Springfield police officers seized an illegal gun in connection with a shots fired call on Fort Pleasant Avenue last night. When officers arrived at an apartment building, they saw bullet holes in a door and a window. And they found two people inside that apartment, later identified as Ivan Brewster Jr. and Jaleo Paquin. Officers also noticed bullet holes inside the apartment and seized a large capacity gun. They've recovered ammo from Brewster and crack cocaine from Paquin. This is the 310th illegal firearm seized by Springfield police this year. 41-year-old Brewster Jr. of Springfield now faces several gun-related charges, and the 26-year-old Paquin faces gun and drug charges.